Oh, wow. You guys, this has been freaking nuts to get on. Welcome in for anyone that is going to catch this intro. I decided to do an intro because there's so many of you that are waiting for me to go live, and I apologize. Again, there's new information that just keeps piling in, and when that happens, I call it a information download. So when there's a download of information spiritually, it's very difficult for me to organize it. Hi, and and that's it. Like, that's the best that I could explain it, is that when spirit brings me in a different direction than I plan on going on to discuss, I have to honor it and follow it. And that's what has happened here. So I've called this an introduction because there is a shitload to go over. The Summer Moon Wells case is what I'm talking about. For those that don't know what the hell I'm saying or talking about, it's the Summer Moon Wells case. And Summer Moon Wells Missing Children here at WCAA Network is all about children that have been taken, the gone kids, ones that have been taken for sacrifice, for rituals, the ones that just disappear. They just don't know where they went. They just disappear. Children just don't disappear. Okay, I'm driving, you guys, sorry. They just don't disappear. Okay? They don't. They don't just disappear in the middle of a park. They don't just disappear at a carnival. They don't just disappear on their bicycle. You know, it's called the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. That's what it's called. And I have dedicated the last 3+ years to bringing awareness and educating and entertaining the way that I see it, the way that I see it to be true. That's it. It's just the way I see it to be true. So not everyone is going to like what I say or understand what I say. It's because it's a new kind of a philosophy. It's a new kind of reality. It's a new kind of way that these disgusting, sick-ass people are getting away with murder. They're getting away with murder. And I'm doing an intro because I have been forced to go backwards in time once again. I keep finding myself going back in time to the beginning of Summer Moon Wells, to the people that were there the moment the news broke that this beautiful little blonde hair, blue eyes child, they couldn't even get her age straight, you guys. They called her, the parents called her a 4-year-old, then they called her a 5-year-old. So it goes back to information that most people don't know about, because the airways have been completely sucked up and taken over by other news, by hundreds of other children that have gone missing, and the channels that dedicated themselves to Summer Moon, that started their channel because of Summer Moon, have somehow completely forgotten about Summer Moon. Mind you, when they decide to talk about her, it's because they're getting heat from other channels like mine. They're finding comfort in themselves for whatever purpose they're out there for, to just sit and hone in on Sebastian Rogers. That makes no fucking sense. Sorry, it doesn't. But they forget what brought them to the YouTube world. And I'm starting to think that there's a little cult, there's a little group of YouTube creators that have all the answers. I shouldn't say starting to think. I know spiritually I'm right. I know that they create characters, they create storyboards, they create all this shit to make money, but they're covering missing children. They're getting taken for science reasons. They're getting taken for the resurrection. They're getting taken to be used to any degree that someone pays these children to be used. That's what's happening. And my presentation that I have and I haven't put up is going to be going back in time. And the first person, for those that don't know, the first person that came on board on site, walking Summer Moon Well's beautiful pathway, was this redheaded dude. And Jackhammer or something. And the other group, other than, Molly and those people, were the couple, Cam and Allie. And then there was the church. So listen to what I'm saying. These are the people I'm going back to, and this is what I have my presentation on. Robin Lane, the church, allegedly the church. I don't even know. I don't know what it is, to tell you the truth. I don't even like to call it the church, because that's like disrespectful. It's the people that surrounded themselves by the word church. That feels better. Cam and Allie, the jackhammer guy, these couple people that did, it was COVID, right? There are a couple people that did vigils online. Those are extremely important. You have, from the beginning, you have Don and Candace. You have Tim Mullins, right? You have David Dotson. These are the people that are giving me answers once again. That's why I keep finding that I'm going backwards. For anyone that is watching that would like to send this in to the authorities, I haven't done it yet, but I will. This photo comes from the beginning in time. This comes from June 2021 from Cam and Allie. Cam and Allie, Cracking Cases, for those that don't know who I'm talking about. Cracking Cases was a channel that spiritually and intuitively and psychically consistently flooded me with information. Again, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, right? So this is for educational entertainment purposes. It's not about Cam and Allie. It's about the information that they provide for me. Hi, Lisa, the one person in chat. How are you? And their information I'm going back to. I want you to take a very close look at the shoes, the pair of shoes sitting on the bench. This scene here is what has thrown me off for the last 48 hours. This is right at the place that Summer Moon Wells vigils take place. This is the scene. This is the deep fake that I call deep fake. It's what is covering the information that is so critical to the children. So this deep fake scene, I call it, it's like a scene from a fucking play that they're playing and everyone has a part, shows the pair of shoes sitting on a bench. There you have the phone. There you have the table. You have cars. You have the scene set in front of you. When I started with Summer Moon Wells, shoes, the pair of shoes, was an indicator to me that that child who filled those shoes is gone. That child is the child that is being sold, and that child is the one that's being shown underneath the deep fake. Does that mean that right now in this moment this is what they're doing? No. Lisa, I just want to make sure everything is working. Can you give me a thumbs up in chat just to make sure you hear me? I didn't check that. So those pair of shoes are blue shoes. They're like, and the way that you see shoes, the way that they tie, the way that they're presented, the color, all of that is what I follow in order to get information. Summer Moon Wells has a particular pair of shoes that I follow throughout her story, just as Michael Vaughn or the little boys have Batman pajamas, Spider-Man pajamas, or the way that a child's hair is braided, or the way that their fingers lie, or the way that their fingers present themselves. There's information in ways that I receive information, right? These pair of shoes right here are a main indicator that this particular video is giving me information. The reason those pair of shoes are the most important to me in the Summer Moon Wells case is because the red-haired guy, woodchucker, whatever the fuck his name is, showed a pair of shoes like that on his very, very, very first video walking Warriors Park. And they pop up again just like that, almost as if it's a cookie cutter. Almost as if it's a cookie cutter. Hi Liz, hi Muffin. You caught me at the really good spot. So when I tell you that Cracking Cases and the redheaded guy and Robin Lane and Don Wells and Tim Mullen and other ones have the answers in their videos, I see the story being told. And I'm going backwards because people like Dolly Vision and JLR, and then there's ones that are gone from YouTube for a reason, because they have other channels, but they don't have the Benny Keys channels anymore. There's certain channels that just, I think it's because, to me, they were flooded with spiritual information. I want you to watch this as I turn pages. Again, look at the shoes. This is an intro to my live later, you guys. It's going to be really intense. Watch. See those shoes there? This is at Warriors Park, where Summer Moon Wells was last swimming, allegedly was that day. This is a video from the redheaded guy that went to walk the path, according to him, the very, very, very first person, allegedly, to be at the path live, to go walk the path of where Summer Moon Wells was. These pair of shoes were shown very crystal clear, sitting at the water, alongside the piece of wood. Wood sticks and twigs, tree trunks, all of that, you guys, helps tell the story of Summer Moon. These pair of shoes are found at her first vigil. And in the first video, as well as at the park, back at the park, with cracking cases. So why is it that I could have a picture, a video of that, if in fact nothing was being told? There is a story within these YouTube creators' videos that is real, that needs to be looked at, and it needs attention. If the authorities keep doing it the way they're doing it, they're going to continue to get what they've always got, and that is nothing. Nothing. Do you understand that it's the videos from the beginning? Sorry, I'm going to turn my ear on. I'm in the car. About to go to yoga. In the beginning, that tell you Summer Moon Wells' spirit is here. Summer Moon Wells is telling the story. But it's being told through the YouTube creators that have been there since the beginning. These guys. This is the same video showing the child moving. When this child disappears, the shoes are left on the bench. Why would it be this? Because children are being taken from Hawkins County, Tennessee, from Beach Creek, from Ben Hill Road. And they are not investigating it the way that will bring the answers, the way that needs to be. This child not only changes the look in the child as the child goes to sit on the lap, these are Summer Moon Wells children. Look at the pink cup. Do you think that that's a coincidence? Look at his hands. No, you guys. The answers are in Beach Creek. The answers are in Hawkins County. The answers are in the videos that were up June 2021. Come on. What the fuck is it gonna take? Timothy. I need you to look at the child's legs under the table. Come on. You guys? Come on. Hawkins County, this is what you need to look at. See those child's legs? Do you see that child's hand? Do you see what happens when you crop into the elements? This isn't coincidence. This is real. These are children being fucking taken, and nobody's looking. These are children. These are summer moons. This is summer moon. And the people that created this shit in the beginning are still on YouTube, creating shit just to create shit. And you all are listening to them. Listening to them. Without a care. Just giving them money. Supporting them with money. But guess what? They're showing summer moon in these goddamn videos. What he has in his hand, you guys, these are elements. Look at the child's face. Come on. What the fuck is it gonna take? Seriously. It's very, very frustrating to watch these groups just continue and nobody is saying a damn word. You guys, I have gone back to the beginning to pull these elements together. This guy, to me, looks like... Now, does he really look like it? No, but what I see is the diver. I see this as the guy who does the diving. That's who I see here. Showing the fucking thumb in his hands. You guys, the hands. You guys, I can't even say it louder. I want to scream it on the top of my lungs. Wake the fuck up. Go back. Go back. Look at this. Do you really think that he's sitting there holding his hands? No. Does anyone remember Summer's cup that she was holding at her mouth at her very, 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 very last picture? It's that. That's the child with their hands between their legs. That's what they do. That indicates to me a girl or a boy. Wake up. Look. Now look at this. So when I tell you I'm going back in time, I'm going back to these dudes. To the diver. to Timothy. I'm going back to show you what they show. For those who don't know Timothy, Timothy was the first one to conduct all of the vigils, singing. You want to know what I say? They all know the answers. You want to know what I say? All of this shit, they know the answers. You want to know what I say to these kind of pictures? Wake up, guys. They have taken the airways and they have flooded them with information so you don't go back. You don't go back to these people. Guess what? Go back. Look. Get involved. Yes, see, I was waiting for that thumbs down. I was waiting for you, motherfucker, because guess what? All that does is give me clearance. You just gave me an affirmation that I'm talking about the correct things, that I am pushing buttons, that I am talking about things that make you uncomfortable, that I am showing people that you don't want me to show. Nobody owns what anyone says. It's a free world. Section 107 under the Copyright Act 1976, I could do and say anything under that section that brings justice to the children. And I expect to piss people off. The closer I get, the more I talk about things that are real, the more assholes come in here and do that. And guess what? That's amazing. Because you are dumb enough to not understand that when you come in here and act like a child, it's because you are trying to shut it down. We're not children here. We're adults. We're adults. Striving to bring justice and to uncover this bullshit that no one wants to talk about. You're an idiot. Literally an idiot. Yeah, am I psychic and I'm a whatever? I could use the word idiot because everyone that knows my channel for over 3 years, you get the witchy in me that comes out. Because when someone comes in here and does that, all you're doing is firing me up. Firing me up. You're allowing me to get into your soul to get the information. You're giving me a passageway. You're giving me an entrance to answers. Don't you see that? Don't you understand that? When you are working with the devil to do this shit with the kids, guess what? It works against you. You cannot fight fire with fire, and my fire comes right out. Right out. Waco. It's funny you say this. I found myself in the middle of Waco, and maybe that's the reason. I'll tell you that story the next live. I got out of my car at a McDonald's driving in the Tennessee area. It was like I didn't have any access to radio, and I was in the middle of it. I pulled over to get a Diet Coke. It was horrible. I was in the middle of it. It was horrible. But I'll tell that later. So these are the people. These are the people with the answers from the beginning. And this is what I'm going to be going over my next live. Because the more you guys try to push this down, and the more you try to cover it up with all of your airways of nonsense, the louder the voices get. And when something's going on in the universe and there are people preparing for another round, it brings me back to the beginning of the people that are preparing. There's another round and there's a preparation. And when that happens, I go back to the ones in the beginning that create the preparation. Even if I didn't even want to go back. It fights me on it, you guys. And then I find myself in a whole different area that I'm going to discuss with you. Like this. It pushed me off 2 days. And I needed to find it. I needed to follow this. I needed to follow this. It's not about her, you guys. It's not about them directly. It's about what they're showing me. What they're telling me. It's not about her. She could do whatever she wants with her life. I don't give a flying fuck. It's about them. Understand? It's about the babies. Nothing more. The very last thing I want to show you in this intro is that those that weren't here as well, this scene, I call this a scene. This is the Wells property that shifts and changes in every video. Why it's not being talked about or even questioned, I don't know. But this here, when I look at this and give a spiritual reading from above, it brings me to the water and tells me that Summer Moon was just whisked away at the end of her sacrifice. That she came to the end. And that the Wells know what happened. Why do I come to that conclusion? Because all the way in the back shows a child swimming. It shows them going away. It shows them moving. This is what the Wells show very, very well. Right back here. When I play the video later, this little boat and this little person here, it changes. Now, their property doesn't have that in the back. This is what is called spiritual information. This is what is called information that lies beneath the deep fake. When you go there in the video, it changes. It shifts. It tells the story of Summer Moon. It tells me that the Wells know that when Candace stands in front of a water with the interview room, Chris McDonough, and stares out into the water, these are the images that she sees. These. Here's the person, the person, the person, the person. Here's her stick. Here's the stick. That's Summer Moon. This is Summer Moon. This is Summer Moon. Ernie Shell, Benny Keys, all these people consistently showed this. This. That's what you're looking at. That's what you're looking at. And it may change a little bit of form in the other videos, but they're telling the same story. This. And this. You guys, this is the same thing Ernie Shell shows. So, all the way back in the beginning, these people had a story to tell beneath the deep fake. These people were telling the story of Summer Moon. And we need to go back to what this is all about. We need to go back. That's what I'm doing in the second half. It's going back. Back to the beginning that tells the story. Back to the beginning that holds all of these precious elements. So you better get alerted, because I will put up a time later for the second half. This is the story of the Summer Moon Wells. Hundreds of missing children that don't have a voice. And this shit's not going away, you guys. I'm not going to stop. I am not stopping. Because these are stories that need to be told. And not covered up by all these goddamn ridiculous stories. Maybe no one else sees and understands it, but oh man, I do. And that's what I do. I see it and I voice it out loud. This is for Summer Moon Wells missing children. It is for no other reason other than for Summer Moon. There is a reason God put this photo out here of Summer. That is the photo that many of you have never seen in her poster. That poster photo matches over and over and over, and matches perfectly to Ernie Shell's video that shows this shit going on. I'm going to keep talking about it. So hold on tight until next time I come on, you guys. I love you all. God bless you all. Thank you for all of your patience. Thank you for tuning in. And keep it coming. I want those people to come in that want me to shut up. I want those people to come in that are coming in to, stick up for all these people. Bring it on, baby. Bring it. Talk to y'all later. Bye, folks.